Definitely noticed that the team that we have is super strong.
Also, this profession involves training and educating to your partner.
Certain markets prefer different types of motors.
It's like a one package solution.
How do we balance things like price sensitivity against delivery and customer service?
Poland and Germany is still open market for us.
The opportunities, the growth and expansion is huge. There's going to be a new website coming, we're working on more video content, we're working on different catalogs.
So understand, and they love it.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Koray, and your role in the company at Power Global Group.
Okay, I'm Koray. I study civil engineering, and I have been working for Polar Air. I can say almost 18 months. I represent the Polar Air brand in Middle and Eastern European countries, as well as in Australia and New Zealand as a sales manager. I can say basically that we have a very strong team behind me, that they are every time there for me to assist me with anything that I need.
No, I definitely agree that we have a good team behind us because I joined the company like 7 months ago.
Yeah.
So I'm still the baby, if you like, of the company. And I definitely noticed that the team that we have is super strong.
Exactly.
And in sales, particularly, I know that you're all working really hard. But I want to know from you, what does it mean to be a salesperson in the HVAC industry?
To be honest, I cannot call this like a classic sales guy, because I have been working in different industries as a sales guy. In HVAC industry, that you have to understand the product features that you are selling. So you have to know the technical side of this industry. Also, this profession involves training and educating to your partner, so he can deliver the best solution for the end user. Also, you have to be aware of new innovation, new developments all the time. And I feel like sometimes it's like endless knowledge, that each day I'm learning new things. I'm sure a guy who is in this business for 30 years, I'm sure that they are still learning new things every day. So that makes my job tough, to be honest, and but also very joyful, because you don't know. I mean, I don't know my tomorrow. Each day is kind of thing challenging for me, but I can say it's very joyful.
So what sort of challenges do you face then in your role or in the industry?
There are a lot of things, but nowadays many markets is requesting environment friendly and energy efficient units. There is a growing demand in every market, no matter is in North America or Europe or any other market. I'm proud to say Polar Air addresses this by designing control logic, which we call intelligent control, using that control logic with our wire wall path and with the modulating valve. It's like a one package solution. Let me explain this very
Yeah, definitely.
superficially. It's just like there are two sensors in inlet and outlet, and water connection, and also one in the air return. This achievement is controlling the delta T in inlet and outlet, also controlling the water volume. In that way, you are able to avoid oversizing the pumping system with controlling the water flow. So for long-term users, you are saving a big percentage of the energy. Also, you are eliminating using the expensive big valves, which is also in the meantime saving the labor cost. So I'm really proud to say we have very good solution for that, and I think this is the one of the best thing that we provide for in the market.
I think the autodynamic balancing that you've kind of briefly explained is a very strong selling point for us. And from a marketing perspective, because I'm part of a marketing team, that's something that I feel we really need to educate our customers on more and how it can
Exactly.
benefit them.
Exactly.
How does that differ between the markets? Because you said you work in Middle and Eastern Europe and in Oceania. Is there a particular market that really gravitates towards autodynamic balancing, or is it kind of widespread across the whole of Europe and Asia?
I'm honestly saying that the markets that I work in Europe, that they have still the traditional way that with the constant flow, we receive a lot of retrofit projects. So maybe this solution is not being very suitable for them. But and also in Australia and New Zealand, there are many setup which has backnet instead of Modbus. That's why sometimes we are not able to provide our intelligent control which fit with the Modbus gateway. So anyway, there are a couple of inquiry that we are involving with providing our auto dynamic balancing system, not only explaining to our partners, communicating directly with the consultants for them to understand, and they love it. They love what we provide because in long-term use, you really save a big percentage of energy, as I say previously. And for these guys, is one of the parameters that they have to take into account and during the designing stage. I'm sure that in upcoming months, we are going to provide this solution also in Australia or New Zealand, as we are so successful with that in North America and South America.
And what about the difference between AC and EC motors? Because certain markets prefer different types of motors. How do you think that happens? And how do you resolve those problems?
I mean, honestly speaking, we promote EC motor. Anyway, we still keep AC motor in our portfolio for those who has tight budget, like the countries on the Balkans, for example, some of them. So, those markets are quite price sensitive and they just want a kind of basic configuration. However, we explain using the 0 to 10 volt motors is more efficient for long-term use. Um, but as I told you before, we still keep that AC motor for those markets. But I believe that near future, everybody is going to use EC motor in the end. You can set the RPM, and these motors are more adjustable and far better than the AC motors.
Probably speaking more about the Middle and Eastern European countries, how do we balance things like price sensitivity against delivery and customer service?
One of the things is also I am really proud of our brand is the customer service.
Yeah.
Because this is not covered by only emailing each other. Our partners can call us. We are setting daily meetings, discussing about the projects. There is only one thing which is tough, as you say, is the pricing in those markets. And I'm not saying we are the cheapest one. Good service, good quality products, and not kind of pain in sense of pricing. So in these markets, yes, the price is a parameter, but also the customer service, the lead time, providing logistic. I am very thankful that our strong logistic teams and their network, and we are delivering all the needs on the time without any problem, and even handling all this process for make them easier. So I'm quite happy with that.
What do you love most about your job in a day-to-day sense?
For me, I don't feel like I'm working in a job from 8 to 5, doing the same things. So it's, as I told you, every morning I came to office, I open my computer, I see a different request, different and the type of interaction, the different people from all around the world, gaining their trust. We personal approach is one of the things that I really love about my job. And on the other hand, I will repeat that the team that we have, I'm not saying it's because we are together. He's amazing. Everybody is there to help you, and everybody is integrating to involving the projects to give the best and optimal solutions for the end users. So everything is easy for me. So I'm quite happy, and I can also say we have a very young and dynamic people.
Yep.
This is one of the other things. So I really enjoy it, and having personal approach with our partners. I I will be honest. I don't like the email daily. It's like personal, but just calling or setting a meeting for quick catch up and making everything is easier. So this is the one of the part that I really like.
Yeah, I mean, you went to Poland recently to see the Warsaw HVAC exposition, didn't you? So, and I know that maybe Poland is a market that perhaps we're wanting to focus on a bit more with Polar Air. Are there any other new markets that you can kind of see on the horizon, maybe?
Poland and Germany is still open market
Yeah.
for us, and that was one of the reasons that I was in PTAC Warsaw, and I met with the great professionals. Um, I saw new innovations and new developments. I also had a couple of meetings with some people. Everything was good, even though that exhibition was quite local. Uh, Sometimes I felt like I was the only foreign in the exhibition because when I visit a booth, sometimes there was no people just speaking Polish. But I feel like I got a great network in them. We also going to Frankfurt soon for the exhibition, and I believe we will have good networking there too. And I'm sure in this year we are going to start doing business with Polar brand. I know we had business already in Germany with OEM customers, but now we are promoting our own brand, and I am sure that we are going to be successful in those places as we were in any other ones.
I mean, I'm super looking forward to going to Ish because it's my first time.
Yeah.
I've been working in HVAC now for like nearly 7 to 8 years, and I've never ever been to Ish in Frankfurt. And
Now
it's
they
like
feel about that.
it's like the biggest show for HVAC in the industry in Europe, and I've never ever been. So I'm really looking forward to going. I'm looking forward, I think, in particular, to meeting lots of new people, seeing what kind of innovations are out there in terms of the product and the market. But for me, it's a great opportunity to learn from a team.
Yes.
So I get to spend more time with people like you as a sales manager. Obviously, our CEO is going. We have other people from, other markets, and our software partners are coming with us. So for me, I think it's going to be a really good show. And I think it's going to be a great learning opportunity for me personally.
Yeah, no, I think the same. I was feeling the same as you were feeling before going to Milano the past year. So I was feeling, yeah, I'm going to learn a lot of things. I will meet a lot of people, and it was, as you say, that it was a great experience. That you feel more confidence because it was also my first exhibition that I attended related to HVAC. So I understand what you mean, those feelings. What about you? What do you think? Like, what is the most enjoyable part of being a marketing team for you? I know you have been working um, in this business for many other countries
Yeah.
in the past year. So, what is the most joyful at Polar in this department, and what is the differences that you're facing?
So for me, the most joyful part, or what I enjoy the most at Polar Air and at Polar Global Group, is it's how big the opportunity is. Because we have a great team, we have a fantastic product, we have some great tools and resources available for our customers, but the opportunities, the growth and expansion is huge. We're in Colombia, Costa Rica, in America, in Australia, which you look after, in Europe. And there's so much opportunity for us to meet new people, to grow our brand, to introduce our products, but also to introduce and educate people onto things like you were talking about earlier, the autodynamic balancing. That's a real plus for us. And it kind of makes my job easier in marketing because we have all of those points. It's just the challenge is figuring out which points to pick up on and which points are the most important for the different markets and the different customers that we have. Because you said we have partners that we work with. We're working with engineers. We're working with installers. We're working with end users. So there's quite a lot of different audiences that maybe need different messaging. And that's one of the priorities that we have in the marketing team is finding those key audiences and finding what works best for them. So trying different pieces of content, different formats, seeing if we need to adapt our documentation or our catalogs. something you and I have talked about recently is languages.
Yeah.
So we know that with a growing market, we need to do more in terms of translation because we're okay with English, we're okay with Spanish, but we need to expand on the language as well.
I mean, I totally understand you. Like having different markets in different continents is also one of the things that for me is very tough because you get a specification with a different humidity, different bulb temperature, different inner outlet temperature. So you have to adapt your unit as you say as marketed tools. So it's tough. But in the meantime, I think it's enlarging your knowledge in each market. You are not feeling a handcuff. No, you are more flexible with the different markets. So yes, I agree. It's tough, but it's joyful.
It is. I mean, for us in marketing, we're trying to embrace new tools as well. So using artificial intelligence and finding out what are the pieces of software that we can use to make our jobs easier or to help that targeting. We've got some really exciting projects in the pipeline. So there's going to be a new website coming. We're working on more video content. We're working on different catalogs. So we're trying to diversify and change from maybe what we were doing 5-10 years ago and embrace kind of like this new world of technology and what people want. So it's difficult, but it's really exciting for us.
Could you tell me what are the priorities as a project in this year that you will say that you will complete before the end of the year?
Number one is definitely an improved website. Yeah. And that's something that the marketing team is working on really hard at the moment. We want our website to have more content, but more quality content.
Like for example.
So, for example, we are introducing some new pages that really define who we are and what we do. We're working on improving the product content because for us, it's really important that our customers can use our website for product information, for after sales queries. They can search for project references so they can see examples of the different types of installations that we do and the different applications that we work across. We're working on case studies because people think that for us it's important to have facts and figures and to know that we've done successful projects in the past.
Yeah.
It's working on customer testimonials because the best thing that we have to promote our brand is the customers that we have. So we need to access more information and we need to be able to provide that to people that want to see it in engaging ways. So using video, for example, is a big thing for us at the moment. Video can be engaging. You can switch it off, turn it on, and it can be used across a variety of different platforms. But the website is a huge project for us and that we're working on, and we hope to have it launched by the summer of this year, 2025. We're also working on new catalogs, and you'll be glad to hear this in different languages.
Yeah.
That's perfect. So it's a tool for you guys in sales to use. And another big one for us is video formatting and video content. So I'd say that those are probably three of the most important, along with day-to-day things. So expanding our social media reach. We use LinkedIn quite heavily, and it's a great tool for us to get access to different types of customers. So we can target different posts, different pieces of content, depending on whether you're an engineer or whether you're an installer or whether you're an end user or even for our partners and distributors worldwide. So expansion is key, but we're kind of making sure that we've got all the basics covered so that wherever a customer goes, they have the information that they need, whether it's offline or whether it's online.
Yeah, the recently we were talking, as we are not exhibiting these use due to our workload, marketing is going to play a key role, I believe, for having a new leads in different markets. So I know you guys are really working hard, and also that means we have to provide more things from sales department for you to have inputs. So yeah, we are going to assist you as much as we can do.
I know you are.
So no problem at all. when I was in Spain, I started to work for a British company, and all my colleagues were from Newcastle, most of them Liverpool. So you know that I had to be strong that I set myself against that strong accent. But lately that I joined the company, just Polo Global, we have Chinese colleague, Spanish colleagues, British colleague, American, Italian. So it's like more multinational and with the different cultures that I feel more comfortable because I'm not the only foreign one there. I'm really glad joining the Polar Air. Like the people are really, really welcoming, helping with a lot of stuffs to you with you for the things that you have outside of the world. Like yeah, so that's why I created more personalized relationships with my workmates. So yeah, that everything is good. What about you? How do you think about that?
Having the ability to experience different cultures within our office is really important because I love to travel and I like to experience different cultures. So for me, it's nice to come to work. It doesn't feel like a job, like you've said before. It feels like I'm coming to meet friends and learn together and grow together. And I think for anybody that's moving countries, it can be a little bit daunting, especially if there's a language barrier. But if you can build up a good network of people that support you, like we have with Polar Global, that makes moving countries so much more fun. And I mean, that's why I really enjoyed going. Being in touch with customers for me is easy. I find it more difficult to learn the technical side of HVAC. There's a lot of calculations, there's a lot of formulas, there's a lot of jargon that we use within the industry, which if you're not fully immersed in it, it can be really, really challenging. And coming from a female perspective into a male dominated environment can be a little bit intimidating, especially for people that perhaps don't have a lot of confidence or maybe are a little bit shy. And I think I rely on the support of colleagues and friends to help me get over that barrier. And I like to find a mentor within my company or the industry and to try and guide me through that process. But being a woman in HVAC can be a little bit hard sometimes. The industry is changing, and I'm really grateful that it's more inclusive now than it ever has been before. As a sales manager with Polar Air, and as somebody quite young and dynamic in the industry, what advice do you think you can give to young professionals just starting out in their career in HVAC? What would you say is something that they need to look out for or focus on?
I'm not sure if I'm right person to ask because I'm not very well experienced in the industry. But as you say, as a sales person, that I can say is communication is a key point for long-term success in such jobs. So I would suggest them just going forward without hesitating of many things. I don't know if it is correct word to say being easygoing, evaluating the possibilities. That's one of the reasons that I really like my job in Polar Air because it's not like I receive the projects and I code and I send it. No, it's just I try to see and evaluate each possibilities of how we can customize this and how can we make it simpler for installation. It's just like you, and as a salesperson, there are a lot of information, unlimited information that you are learning each day, but that's not enough. If you want to enjoy your job, and if I have to give an advice, a sales guy, a younger sales guy, me, I would say the personal approach is is the key point. Like you have to build a strong communication. This is the key point.
I mean, from our perspective, and I know I speak for the whole team at Polar Global Group and Polar Air, we're particularly proud of you because you're a Turkish man
Yeah.
living in Spain. Spanish is not your first language. English is not your first language, but you really embrace that uniqueness and try to push forward and find that confidence. And I think that you're a great example to lots of salespeople, HVAC professionals out there. No? Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thanks for your time today.
The same for me, and it was really nice to chat with you.